Well, this is my review on my 500i. I've had this thing for a little over a year now, and I'm going to drop this ash tree here. Alright, so today I'm out here cutting some trees out of a field line here. I'll flip this around and we'll take a look here. So this is for one of my coworkers that's a farmer. You can see all the trees down there are hanging out over his field, and they shade it and get in the way of his equipment. So I'm out here cutting these trees out, and I'll take them home for firewood. So a lot of these trees in this tree line are ash and some basswood, a few popples. I guess what I was gonna say about the 500 is I really like it. I like the fuel injection. It starts pretty easy. It does take, I don't know, sometimes 4 or 5 pulls just to get it going, and then once it's going, it just purrs along. So as you can see here, I got the one with the wrap handle, and I really like that. I've never had a saw like that. Makes it a lot easier for when I'm dropping trees. That's the main objective for me for having this saw, is for dropping trees like I am doing today. The reason I bought the saw was to drop this big white pine that I had in my backyard. You can see me up in the right hand corner there cutting, and one of my neighbors with his skid steer is pushing on it, and I had 5 or 6 of those big white pines that were, you know, in that 30 to 36 inch diameter range. So I needed a bigger saw to drop them and clean them up. And so now this is my go-to saw for dropping trees. As you can see here, it's got the dogs on each side of the bar, and that works really good. They're a little better than the 290 that I have as far as biting into logs, because you have them on both sides. The weight of the saw, it is heavy. You're gonna definitely know that you're lugging this thing around if you're cutting trees with it all day. I don't remember offhand. I'll have to look it up here. I'll throw that up here on what the weight of it is. And it's, you feel it. I find myself going back to the 290 with the 20-inch bar for bucking up logs, just because it's lighter. And to me, you know, if it takes me a little bit longer to cut through, I'm not too worried about it. I mean, this thing is such a horse. It's got a lot of torque, and I don't necessarily need it for bucking logs. But when I'm dropping trees, I want something big. So I love this saw. It's a great saw, and I'm very happy with it. I've had it for a year, and yeah. All right, so I'm back home here and trying to figure out a way to convey how much different the volume is on the 500i versus say the 290. We'll do a little bit of cutting and see the difference in the noise volume. I do know one thing with the 500, when I am cutting into a larger log, a lot of times I back off with the throttle, because it seems like the chain speed's just a little bit too high and it doesn't want to bite. So I will back off a little bit and it seems to cut a little better. We'll do a couple cuts here, see if we could see a difference in the noise level. They do sound a little bit different when they're running. Daddy, get out of there. I downloaded a decibel meter here on the phone, and I'm sure it's not super accurate, you know, compared to like a regular meter, but it'll at least give an idea as to how loud one saw is compared to the other. I'll have the saw about 5 feet away and see what the difference is. We'll start with the MS 290 and then go to the 500i, and now that they're warmed up here a little bit, was just looking at the footage of that decibel meter, and I really don't have a lot of faith in how accurate that is, so I think I'm gonna actually go buy one, try to find a mid-range one price wise. Hopefully that'll be a lot better than what's on my phone, because now I'm actually curious as to how loud that saw really is, along with my other saws, and maybe I'll find a use to use it for something else. So that's it for this video. If you stuck around this long, thanks a lot for watching. I don't say this very often, but you know, you could hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.